Hello, viewers. I hope you all are very well. We are back again after a long time, and today in this video, we will read a beautiful poem by Marge Piercy, a work of artifice. To talk about the poem, this poem is actually about bonsai tree. A bonsai tree is a small and very beautiful which is grown in a small pot. Actually, the bonsai trees are forced to grow very small inside a small bowl. A bonsai tree is planted in a small bowl and its branches and leaves are regularly trimmed so that it does not grow big and look very beautiful. Let me tell you, my dear viewers, that this practice was first introduced in China and thereafter in Japan. These plants are basically grown for the purpose of decoration. We love to keep these beautiful plants inside our home. But is it so? Is a bonsai tree only to grow in a small bowl? No. A bonsai tree is actually a big tree when it is grown in a forest area, in its natural home. It can grow up to 80 feet, such a long, which we keep just by 8 or 9 inches. So, this poem is a metaphor of females to bonsai tree. Means actually by this poem the poetess has tried to describe the conditions of female in the earlier times, how the females lived in the society and how the females were forced to stay back, forced to stay inside the home. Their wishes, their intentions, their dreams had no values. They are always manipulated in the manner that they are only born to live at the house, they are only born to do the household activities. So, this poem actually represents the condition of females in our society. What happens actually? The females are restricted inside the household activities only. They are not allowed to flourish. They are always kept tied by several rules and regulations. Just like a bonsai tree is limited inside a small pot. A bonsai tree is actually not a tree to grow a very small and beautiful, but it is forced to grow small. It is forced to stay beautiful so that it can be used in decorative purposes. Similarly, the females are also used for the welfare of the households only. They are never allowed to come out of their house and do something good. So now let's read the poem and try to understand what the writer Marge Piercy has said about the poem, about the condition of females through the poem. The bonsai tree in the attractive pot could have grown 80 feet tall on the side of a mountain till split by lightning. So, what the poetess has said through the poem? She has said a bonsai tree that is grown in an attractive pot could have grown 80 feet tall. It could grow so long, but only when it grows beside a mountain. A plant can grow freely only in its natural habitat, in its natural home, that is a forest area. You can also say that the plants can also grow near a mountain region where the soil is fertile. Similarly, a woman who is limited inside the house can also become a legend if the society allow her out of her house. It would grow such the tall and strong. The bonsai tree can actually grow such tall and strong that it would need the stroke of lightning to break it into two halves. Similarly, if a girl is not restricted, is not forced to stay inside the house, she can go outside, she can flourish itself, she can become a great woman of uh, our society. But a gardener carefully pruned it. But the tree that could have grown 80 feet tall is pruned by a gardener. The gardener takes off the branches, the leaves that grows and flourishes the plant. It is 9 inches high, and after pruning the bonsai tree, it is just kept as high as 9 inches. It is kept only to a height of 9 inch. That means it is not allowed to grow. The gardener always trims it. The gardener always cuts down its leaves and branches so that it stays inside the small bowl. It looks beautiful. Every day, as he whittles back the branches, the gardener croons. Actually, when the gardener does this, the gardener is in a happy mood. Here whittles back the branches, that means cut down the branches of the plant, and while doing so, the gardener croons. The gardener sings with his undertones. And what does the gardener sing? The gardener sings in the manner, "It is your nature to be small and cozy." What the gardener says? The gardener says, your nature is to be small, is to be comfortable, is to stay at home, is to be weak and feeble. You should not grow long, you should not go outside. The females are not allowed to go outside. The females are means kept inside the home. They are made weak, they are made domestic. They are only used for cozy purposes. As the plants are kept small, they are kept inside the bowl only. How lucky little tree to have a pot to grow in. The bonsai tree is said lucky and little both together. The bonsai tree can never be happy staying so short. A tree that can grow till 80 feet, 80 inches, 80 feet, and the tree is kept limited only to 9 inches high, cannot be happy. But the plant is said lucky and little together. Actually, the poetess has used the figure of speech alliteration, lucky little. Same consonant sound is used here. To have a pot to grow in. Why is the plant said happy and lucky? Because the plant is said to have a place to grow in. The plant is not wandering around in the forest. The plant is not grown in the forest where there is no one to take care of the plant. Actually, when the plant grows in a forest, there is nobody to take care of the plant. But the nature itself takes care of the plant. The nature provides the plant air, sunlight, water, everything. And that's how the plant, consuming the soil, consuming the earth, grows to its highest position. So here the plant is said happy because the plant has a place to grow in. It is given a small bowl to grow in. Just like a female is given a small home to stay inside. With living creatures, one must begin very early to dwarf their growth. One must begin very early with living creatures. See, actually, a living creature must be controlled at its very early age. It is said that with living creatures, one must begin very early to dwarf their growth. Their growth is limited at their very early age. Similarly, a female gets the mindset to face herself. Similarly, if a female gets the mindset to free herself, she cannot be captivated anymore. If at a very early age the female gets the idea to do something in her life, if the female is determined, then there is no way that she can be imprisoned inside the house. Just like a bonsai tree, before it can grow up, its leaves and branches are cut down. To dwarf their growth is dwarfed, their growth is limited, their growth is restricted. The bound feet, the crippled brain, the hair in curlers, the hands you love to touch. The bound feet, the feet of the women are bound, they are not set free. The crippled brain, the brains of the females are disabled. It is made disabled at the very early age. The hair in curlers, the hairs are straightened with the help of applying heat. The hands you love to touch. The hand of a woman is only loved to be touched when there is a beautiful appearance in the female. Actually, let me inform you that there was a practice in China to bind the feet of small girl child. It was actually done so that their legs look small and beautiful. This was a ritual for making the female's appearance look beautiful. Eventually, it was banned in the year 1912 because it was obviously a pathetic ritual, was not a good one. So it is said that their feet are bind, the brains of the females are made disabled just to keep them inside in the control under the control of a society where males have the power of supremacy. These lines in the poem emphasizes on physical and psychological beauty of a girl. Society means our society always accepts a girl only when it has a beautiful appearance. The girl has to tolerate a lot of atrocities just to make her physical appearance beautiful. Similarly, it also has to get and tolerate some tortures, some mental tortures to get its mind disabled. Just like a bonsai tree is treated to make an item to decorate our houses. Just like a bonsai tree is used to make our house beautiful, we buy them for the purpose of decoration. Similarly, a female's work in the society is also the same. This is a beautiful poem by Marge Piercy, The Work of Artifice. And through the poem, the poetess has tried to spread a beautiful message that the girls should also be kept free. They should not be captivated. Their brains should not be disabled. They should be set free to fly high in the sky. They should not be kept limited in their thoughts, in their practices, in their habits. As soon as their minds are set free, they can also go to explore different sectors of our society, and different they can make us, they can make our country proud. So that's all from today. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.